Riley Wilkes.
I'm Jack Elliott.
And we are Good Foot Forward. So, I'm doing a lot of research, doing a lot of reading.
We've been doing some digging.
Yeah, because, I mean, about a week ago we released our Beatles versus Stones video.
Go check that out if you feel so inclined.
Yeah.
But,
Stones are better. But anyway,
in our research,
sorry.
we have uncovered some profound things that we felt inclined to share.
Some shady facts about the Beatles, in particular.
Fishy shit.
In particular, there's this one Beatle.
Wait.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to the fishy shit, but there's one Beatle in particular that is particularly shady, and that would be Sir Paul McCartney.
Sir Paul? What is up with you, Sir Paul?
Sir Paul, you are a shady motherfucker. So we've been doing a lot of reading about him lately, and man, I'll tell you what, we've uncovered a lot of bullshit about the dude.
So much.
A lot of bullshit about the guy. But you've heard the story. They even made fun of it on Saturday Night Live. Chris Farley sat down with
when
Paul
you were with the Beatles?
As if it's a joke.
As if it was a joke.
But is it really a joke?
You cannot joke about that.
Is Paul McCartney real or did he die? So in 1966, the Beatles were recording Revolver. Apparently tensions were...
stew, cooking up some fire, chefing up some beats.
Tensions were high. I don't know why. There was a lot going on, and Paul McCartney was upset and decided to leave the studio that evening. And he was driving, you know, he just wanted to go for a drive. He was like, you know what, fuck John, George and Ringo. I'm sick of that bullshit. I'm gonna go for a drive. He's like, oh shit, there's a light pole.
Probably driving on the wrong side of the road to top it all off.
Yeah. So not only...
Slams into the light pole. Did he die when hitting that light pole? That's what a lot of people might say. That's what they want you to think.
That's what they want you to think. That's what they want you to think. That's what the Beatles wanted you to think for a while, too. They wanted you to think that Paul was actually still alive, that he was okay.
They put so many clues out there,
Yeah, this is totally giving me a clue right now.
When you start to dig deeper, John and George, they weren't super comfortable with the lie. They wanted to put out little hints to tell you the truth.
Revolution 9 in the White Album, in that song it says, turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man. Turn me on, dead man. Abbey Road, everyone knows all about that. I mean, Paul was basically photoshopped into that. He didn't have any shoes on.
Absolutely.
No
shoes on. What kind of person would not be wearing shoes in the middle of the day crossing the street like that?
The pavement's hot, there could be nails, and
there could be nails.
And like, he was just out there barefoot. Another thing, Paul McCartney supposedly was left-handed.
That's what they say.
That's what they say, but the motherfucker had his cigarette in his right hand.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
It is physically impossible. Everybody knows it's physically impossible to hold a cigarette in your non-dominant hand.
Dude, if you're right-handed, you hold your cigarette in your right hand, and if you're left-handed, you hold your cigarette in your left hand.
Always.
Shady shit, Mr. McCartney. I don't like it.
If we can even call you that. After the Beatles broke up, right? John Lennon put out some music by himself, the Imagine record, right? There was a song. There was a song on the Imagine record. What was that song called?
The song is called How Do You Sleep?
How Do You Sleep?
In that song, there is a line that talks about Paul actually being dead.
So Dix was right when they said you was dead.
Also kind of reminds me of Billie Eilish's song, Bury a Friend.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on that. Like, bury a friend. John was Paul's friend.
Yeah, that song is obviously about John and Paul.
Shady
Speaking
shit.
of Billie Eilish and her brother Phineas, where did they even come from? They just popped out of nowhere.
Like, out of nowhere.
Almost as if they were planted there by somebody pulling the strings behind the curtain.
Wait, so what if...
Who else popped out of nowhere?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, Jay-Z, Beyonce,
NWA.
NWA.
NWA, yeah. Wait a minute. You know what else happened? At the Grammys, Beyonce held up a triangle.
They're planting clues everywhere. For the people who are really looking, you can find all of the clues. They're everywhere. Look at NWA. NWA is a great example. Where did any of those people come from? And how did they even get so big? NWA got pretty big by itself, but then after NWA broke up, they continued to get even more successful. Dr. Dre, being a big-time producer, selling headphones?
Wait, how the fuck did he do that? He's a doctor.
He's a doctor. What right does he have to sell headphones?
Dude, he should be in there like prescribing prescriptions.
He should be.
Prescribing prescriptions and diagnosing diagnostics. Oh my god. This is getting too fucking real, man.
So crazy.
This is getting too fucking
real. You know,
real.
I was listening the other day to the Beatles song Penny Lane.
Uh-huh.
The more I listened to it, the more I realized that song is obviously written about Compton.
Holy shit, you're right.
Obviously.
Oh my god.
It's so apparent that it is written about Compton.
Isn't there like one lane in Compton?
You would think that that lane is called Penny Lane.
Yeah. It's not.
It's not called Lane.
Yeah,
but,
of course not.
But there is only one street in all of Compton that is a lane.
That has a
not a street,
term lane at the end of it. Yeah.
Not an avenue, but a lane. The name of that lane? Tartar Lane.
Oh my god.
What do you put tartar sauce on?
Dude, you put tartar sauce on fish.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Now, as everybody probably already knows,
oh my god,
you can buy 13 grams of fish in 1942 for a penny.
Wait, that was the same year that Paul McCartney was born.
Is it starting to come together for you now?
Oh my god. Dude, what the
you starting
fuck
to
is actually going on?
Do you know
this is fucking
if
bonkers.
You were to eat those 13 grams of fish that you just bought for 1 penny in the year 1942, the year that Paul McCartney was born, do you know how many grams of protein you would get?
That's a lot of fish, but like, I'm no nutritionist.
3 grams of protein. 3. How many sides does a triangle have?
Oh my god.
Illuminati
Holy
confirmed.
Wait, the Illuminati created Paul McCartney.
Created. Paul McCartney never even existed.
Wait, another thing about the Beatles. One more thing. Okay, so 1957, July 6th, 1957 to be exact, actually. So
everybody knows that date.
They call it like the day that changed modern music.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was the day.
They talk about it in every third grade history class.
Yeah, exactly.
The most important day in music history.
Yeah, and like, this is the day that supposedly John Lennon and Paul McCartney met.
Propaganda. Brainwashing.
Yeah. And so like, here's the weird thing. All right, John Lennon was like 16 years old. Paul McCartney would have been 15 at the time.
Do you know what 15 divided by 3 is?
5.
15, sorry. Back up.
Yeah.
Do you know what 15 divided by I can do math. Do you know what 15 divided by 5 is?
3, my lord. 3. Oh my god. Paul McCartney was 15 years old.
How did they meet each other?
Okay, so John Lennon had his group. Paul McCartney wasn't even a part of it yet. It was called the Quarrymen.
Quarrymen. What do Quarrymen do?
Dig for gold.
Dig for gold, huh? And where do they dig for gold?
Oh my god, underground. You find gold underground.
Do you know whose domain is underground? The
Satan.
Devil.
They were playing in a band. They had their setup on the back of a flatbed truck. Because that's what they did. That's what those, teddy boys did.
A flatbed truck?
A flatbed truck.
That is a word that is built out of 3 other words.
Flatbed and truck.
What a coincidence.
They and of all the places that you could like play rock and roll, you'll never believe where they decided to hold this concert. They held it at St. Peter's Church in Liverpool.
Oh, how convenient.
So convenient. So convenient. And it's interesting because John Lennon was an atheist. And you know what they say about atheists?
Anytime they step near a church, burst into flames.
I mean, that's what
everybody
you get taught that. Yeah, you get taught that in Sunday school. Like that's what they say all the time. But they did it there, and this is also so convenient. They played there because Paul McCartney grew up Catholic.
That just fits right into their narrative, doesn't it?
Right into that narrative. And that is another part of the hoax that, like, the biggest day in modern music, the two greatest songwriters meet of all time.
They didn't even exist.
And they
completely
didn't even
fabricated,
exist.
completely made up.
Wait, you hear that?
Coming up the stairs.
Oh shit! Oh fuck!
No, we're not filming anything.